Welcome everyone to Vital Life Energy Formulas. We are not treating as Vital Life Energy Formulas any disease, curing or professing any sort of disease or cure of any disease. We're following on from when we did our last recording on the mRNA vaccination. A vaccination is you're given a virus or some infection, so your immune system builds antibodies. So when you're later exposed to the virus or infection, your body has antibodies and has immunity. The mRNA vaccine is not a vaccine. It's a gene therapy and it's experimental. But there are some new vaccines available, which one of our patients had notified about, and we've had people also have the vaccine in Europe and in the UK, which is the AstraZeneca vaccination, which is a vaccine, as I just shared, about being given a little bit of the virus so your body builds an immunity. Johnson & Johnson here in the States are also putting together a vaccine similar to the one that Oxford have been administering to the people in the UK.
The traditional method of doing a vaccine is what the Johnson & Johnson and the Oxford one, okay, is what you get a little bit of the infection and the body then builds immunity to it. Now, what's happened is it's because of the other two, right? The Pfizer
and Moderna.
Okay, those two are gene therapy. And what happens is instead of going to the lymph system and the blood system and so on, and building up the natural immunity as you do with any kind of infection, any viral infection, this goes directly into the brain. So that's the experiment part. Now, in the testing of this, they only gave it to healthy people. They did not give it to the elderly or the children. So the people getting it now, it's an experiment to those people. So some people are getting very serious side effect. It really, the second shot really has a major effect upon the brain. And some people actually go into a coma, and some people have actually passed because of the vaccine itself. So it is not as safe as the Johnson & Johnson and the
AstraZeneca and Oxford.
So we want to share that with you. Now, the main thing to understand is that virus is constantly mutating, and we've been sharing that for so many years. The situation here is that now our own immune system, through everything we give you through the bone marrow, through the regeneration of the white blood cells, T cells, stem cells, and red blood cells in the bone marrow, we're then able to help build up our own immunity to the infection, which again, in the whole world situation, they avoid the understanding and teaching of the immune system to help everybody around the world deal with this and build up a vaccine to all the mutations that are occurring. We're helping you do that. We also help you neutralize a side effect if you have to get the RNA vaccine or the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is actually, in most people and most doctors even understand this, it's safer because it's an old way of doing vaccines versus this new
experimental
gene therapy. So that's the situation. So that's what we want to pass on to you. We have certain protocol to be able to help you when you do get the actual vaccine, if you have to get the shot, giving a stress formula, using bentonite, putting clay on the patch where you get that, and so on. So any of those situations, please get in contact with us. We'll definitely help you. We want to give you the best knowledge and the best way to help your whole relationship to staying well in this very situation, which is very difficult. Thank you.
Thanks very much. It's a privilege to serve you all.
Absolutely.